You are the faithful one. You are the constant being. You are divinity. Oh, you are the God whose stories we've heard are great indeed. You're the primal force in our world. You bet all things. The true vine, we are magnified with your life. Oh, the one and only God you are the faith primal force in our world. You bet all things. The true vine, we are magnified with your life. The one and only God you are. The faithful one you are. The constant being. You are divinity. I want us to pray from Ephesians chapter 6. Book of Ephesians chapter 6. From verse 18. You know, Paul said after he has instructed on the whole armor of God, he said to them, praying. Can we read it together, everyone? He said, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Number 2, it said, and for me, that utterance be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel. Verse 20, it said, for which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. Praise the Lord. You know, go back to verse 18. It said, praying always with all prayers and supplication in the Spirit, and watching. So it's not just praying and watching. And that's why, you know, the way to pray and watch is to ensure that your heart is in your prayer. Your heart is in your prayer. If you are praying and you are distracted, there is no way you can watch. There's no way you can pay attention. Do you understand? You know, when you come to prayer, every transaction stops. Every business ceases, either in your mind or anywhere else. So you say pray and watch, because when we are praying in the Spirit, you know, our mind, you know, Bible says it's unfruitful. Our mind needs to be engaged also. So that, because sometimes when you are praying and you are not focused on the prayer, you know, you are focused on any other thing else. Yeah, you are praying, but you can't take full advantage of prayer, because in the place of, for example, I tell you a story. In the book of Acts of Apostles, this man of God was in fasting and praying. And when he was praying, and suddenly heaven was opened, he saw a vision. Now, it was the prayer that's watching. So In the vision, he saw something. You know, you cannot have opportunity to enter the realm of vision in prayer when your mind is distracted, because God needs your mind. He needs your mind in your prayer. God needs your mind. He needs your mind. He needs your focus. He needs your attention. He needs you to be there. So it is very important to pray with our mind. When you don't pray with your mind, that's when you have opportunity to sleep. Yeah, physical sleeping. Yeah, I mean physical sleeping. When you don't pray, your mind engage with you. You know, if it is during the day, you will not sleep, but you will be transacting. If you are a trader, you'll be seeing candlestick while you are praying. It's candlestick you'll be seeing. You know, any other thing you do, that's the thing you'll be doing. If it is during the night, you are not praying with your mind, you will sleep. You will sleep. You will sleep. If you are standing up, your mind will tell you go and sit down. And you know, you may not be able to easily sleep when you are standing. But by the time it tells you go and sit down, it has put you in a sleeping position. You know, but when you are praying, your mind is there. You can go to a far length and you can take advantage of that prayer. And that's what the Bible says, watch in prayer. Watch with all. Look at the next word. There unto with all perseverance. Perseverance. You must have perseverance in prayer. Perseverance. Ifarabale, ifarada. Staying there. Stay in the place of prayer. A Christian life needs prayer. Say, and supplication for all saints. So he told us what to do. These are the things Paul did. And this is what we must do. We must do. If you don't pray, you will be walking as a Christian mechanically, and there is a level that can carry you. There's a level it can carry you. There's a level it can carry you. Do you understand? So we are here this morning to pray. Pray, and see how your body responds in prayer is dependent on the focus of your mind. How your body responds in prayer. When you are praying and your body is looking for where to sit, your mind has already sat. In your mind, you are already sitting. When you are praying and you are looking for where to, just hang your head, it's not your body that started at first. Your mind is tired. And can I tell you something? When you are, there is someone. The Lord told me, but why do I say there is someone? Yeah, this young man brought Omewa. God has been telling me about him for almost a month plus now. God has been telling me about him sleeping in prayer spiritually. That was why when he was there yesterday, projecting for me and hanging his head, I just remembered that God has been reporting your case to me for days now, that I should pay attention to you. Some of you think that you can just be in your room and be sleeping and enjoying yourself without you being reported. Don't you know I'm watching over your soul? Yeah, God has been telling me that you have been laxing and it has been affecting your finance. Is that true? Something came on you, but because you allowed it. So there's no need for me to be saying there is a brother here. Is the brother Tomiwa here? And the fire is not coming again. If you were not giving him fire, you would tell me that this guy is not giving me fire. Help this guy to grow. But you were giving him fire. And God is looking for your fire on the altar. And the fire is dwindling. And I don't know. Every time I see him, I don't remember it. That, bro, you need to buckle up. And he wanted me to know it by himself. He just went to that corner projecting for me, Eh? This is the guy the Lord has been telling me about in my room. And that was why I told him to come and sit down here yesterday. So that peradventure he will catch himself. Peradventure he will catch himself back in this meeting. Listen, God is observing all of us. You may think that what you are doing, God is not seeing it. God is observing you. He knows the quota is receiving from you. He only expects it to increase, not to go down. There was a place in the Bible. How many of you remember Saul, King Saul? The time Saul built an altar for God for the first time, Bible recorded it. Can you imagine that this was the first altar Saul will build for God? Lord Shenkani. Yes. You are the one thinking you are serving God randomly. No. Just imagine we didn't come for City Ignite today and we didn't hold it for whatsoever reason I want to give. 2 months. God can send somebody to me and say, that prayer altar, what's going on? And I'm not saying people were not coming. People were not coming. Who are the people? You. What about you? Don't you know that whatsoever thing God commands you to do or initiates you to do, God expects you to do it? How will God comment on Phinehas and Ophni, the children of Eli, the way they handled the fire on the altar, if he was not expecting them to keep it burning? Jesus go to the disciples, say, you cannot watch with me. He expects you to. He expects you to. The children of Israel, after they got back from the exile, everybody went on their home. People were doing business and enjoying their money, and they left the temple of God, and things were not moving anymore. And the prophet said, don't you know God expects you to take care of his house first? He expects you. And by the time you don't fulfill that expectation, he calls your attention to it. That, brother, you are sleeping. See, you are not the one that dictates what goes on in heaven. God has set his program. The thing you are doing in that place, he wants you to continue doing it. God is not AI that you can serve and consult anytime you like. He's not. That is why we pray whether we feel like it or not, because heaven is expecting it. It's not my feeling. It's just like when you give me an appointment, I'm expecting you. When you don't come, it becomes a concern. But you can't have an appointment with me and think that you can decide to cancel it or not cancel it. It is not in your jurisdiction. It is not before you to think of canceling it or not canceling it. You have to honor it. Your prayer is an appointment. Your seat to God is an appointment. We don't know. A place, a guy said, if you bless me, I'll bring you tithe of all. No, heaven did not shake. You remember Jacob when he was going to the house of Laban? Bible didn't say, and heaven shook and thunder fell. No. When he said that thing, it looks like casual word. It looks like he just said something. Do you know years later when the guy got there, the angel of God appeared to him and said, I'm the God that you spoke to in that place. You look at you are looking at me as though we are reading this thing together. How you are not reading it? He told him, he said, I'm the God that you appeared to you in Bethel. You made a promise, a vow to me. A vow to me. And you'll be shocked. Eh? Did you hear what I said? He heard you. He heard you. You made a vow to me. No thunder stroke, no rain fell, nothing happened. Nothing happened. No heaven. Jacob, I've heard you. No, nothing like that. He just said it casually. And God said, I am the God that you said something to. And for a moment, Jacob may be thinking in his mind, did you hear what I said? No, he heard. He heard. The night you told God, I will be waking up to be praying 3 hours every night. He heard. He heard you. He heard you. He heard you. The time you told God, I will be going out during the break time to go and be winning, so he heard you. He heard you. We are not talking to a deaf God.